The man who put this family and empire on the map was James Delos. From his Scottish accent, you can figure where he's from, and at some point he moved to America. James came from nothing, but was an ambitious man. His company Delos, that he named after himself, would be worth hundreds of billions by the later years of his life. How he made his fortune, and what exactly Delos did before acquiring Westworld hasn't been revealed. It was James's son Logan who made the decision to own Westworld and all its technology after being impressed by a presentation held by hosts. Logan is one of 2 children by James that we've seen. He also has a daughter named Juliet. There's been no mention that I can recall of their mother. While Logan is clearly one of the higher-ups in the family business, Juliet doesn't seem to have any role in Delos. Her character has only really been shown as William's fiancée at first, and eventually his wife. Logan has been making frequent trips to Westworld, and in one of these trips, he invites the newly appointed Executive Vice President, William. The park wasn't doing well financially and needed more money invested, so this was the whole objective behind the business trip. But Logan wasn't the most reliable and sensible businessman, who just happened to be a spoiled rich kid of James Delos. After their time in Westworld that we see in Season 1, it was up to William to handle things. Their time in the park taught William a lot about himself and allowed him to gain the respect of his father-in-law James. They were a lot similar than they realized. They were both ruthless, cutthroat, ambitious businessmen who started with nothing and made their way to the top. William was already a smart man, just lacked confidence. Now that he had that, he was able to persuade James into pouring more money into Westworld by telling him about the park's potential. James was a sick man. He didn't have much longer to live, and what William was promising was immortality. Billionaires have almost everything they could ever want and control, and something like eternal life would sound intriguing to anyone like him. This could be all done by mapping all the guests' experience and recreating them into a host body. With James impressed by his son-in-law, he passed down the family business to him after his retirement, passing on his own son, who he now saw as a failure in comparison to William. Logan lost everything he wanted and went down a dark path. He became a substance abuser that would later lead to his own death by overdose. William, embracing his true self, would also destroy his wife. Juliet became an alcoholic in and out of rehab, who was the only one able to see through William's act. She didn't see it at first when they were falling in love, but right before her death, she calls him out, calling him a virus who consumed her entire family, beginning with Logan, then her father, and finally her. William admits it all to her while he thinks she's asleep, saying he doesn't belong to this world and she's the only one who saw his darkness. William hides his profile card from Westworld that has all his Westworld experiences recorded, right in front of his wife. When he steps out of the room, she stops pretending to be asleep and looks through his profile. She leaves the card for her daughter Emily Grace and goes into the bath where she would end her life by overdose. Her brother Logan tried to tell her the things William was doing in Westworld, but no one would ever listen to someone like him. When Emily gets her hands on her father's profile card, she makes it her mission to expose him and his immortality project. James Delos' memories have been attempted to be implemented into a host body 149 times, and every one has been a failure. For years the company has been testing this sick experiment, all ending with destroying all the James hosts. The last one, William lets suffer for a while. The last person in the Delos family William is left to consume is his own daughter. He's convinced she's a host sent by Ford to challenge him, and ends up killing her. He only finds out that it actually was his daughter after it's too late. Every member of the Delos family has been hit by the Man in Black's darkness. All have been killed off, so we can only expect to see them in flashbacks or in host form. I just realized while making this video that we don't even know William's last name. I don't know what that's about. Maybe we'll learn it in the upcoming seasons, who knows. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick Westworld video. See you all later.